is he laughing?
I did not know that was going to be said. I thought it was a picture.
How are you forgetting the name of where
No.
No, I forgot the studio.
Bro, I thought we were taking a picture. So today we just wrapped up the Actors Meetup and I'm going to be asking the cast a couple questions. So, question number 1. What did you notice about your body and how did it change or develop?
I noticed when I was doing my performance, it was very sort of rigid. But I guess we was doing a lot of however you felt natural in that scene, and I guess my body felt very rigid when doing that scene.
Yeah. Okay. Question number 2. How would you describe cadence realism after today versus how you first would have described it?
It's very different to other practitioners such as Stanislavski and Alberto Brecht. It's a very different kind of technique, which I'm not overly used to. So it was sort of a slight learning curve with this. So it would be something that I'd have to delve more into to sort of get the full essence of it.
Yeah.
But I liked it.
Okay, so what do you think was the most useful exercise from today?
Probably the rally exercise where we played at sort of the same level.
And do you think that helped then your performance? While
Yeah.
visually seeing that rally, then you can implement it in also your performance.
Yes, I did, because that means I can keep the same tempo throughout the performance.
Okay. What changed when the pressure was put on during your performances?
More or less I'm gonna say I put more emotion into the performance when I realized the pressure was more on me.
Okay. And what do you think you learnt from today about cadence realism?
Honestly, I learned a lot more words that I was taught in school, and learn it in detail, as well as put some into action.
Yeah.
And I had a really good time.
Great, thank you. So what did you discover or learn today?
So I learned today that I really struggle under pressure, and I feel like I don't perform as well when I'm being watched by other people. I start to add on things that aren't as truthful to the character or what I'm trying to create.
Yeah. And what exercise do you think was the most helpful today? And will you be implementing it in your regular training?
I think that the back-to-back running the scene was really helpful for me, because it meant that once I had enough time to learn the lines, I was just able to put the emotion and the less like putting force and pressure onto what I was saying. It just came more naturally, and I definitely put that into my training for sure, of just like going for it, just a more impulse.
And do you think you would recommend this to other actors?
For sure, I think it's such a safe and lovely community, and everyone's so like nice, but also like pushes each other, and like it's a place where I think that lots of actors can grow, like young actors, and I think that anyone that's starting out, like I think it creates a really good foundation for that, and also teaches you a lot of things and pushes you out your comfort zone.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Is it still going? Hopefully. Okay, let me get some new questions. All right.
All good.
So how would you describe cadence realism after today?
It's a very cool technique. I really enjoyed how it makes you stay present in the moment whilst you're acting.
And which exercise that you performed today do you think was the most useful, and do you think you would use it in your regular training?
There was one technique, the leader Leon, obviously, he would tell us to keep on reciting, put the reps in, because in any exercise you're doing, gym, you know what I mean, you're always going to be working out constantly, getting mastery of what you're trying to achieve. So I found that really valuable.
Yeah. What do you think the most useful exercise from today was?
The rally game that we played, because it was kind of like a metaphor for whenever you're in a scene with someone and how you're bouncing off whoever you're working with and trying to keep that momentum going.
Yeah. And do you think you'd be, using that in your own training regularly, if you can make it work?
Yeah, 100%, because I think a lot of acting is about reacting and learning to focus on your partner, so I think that game helps you practice that.
Yeah. And would you recommend this to other people, and why?
I would, because I feel like it's a very truthful form of acting, and it kind of strips it all down, and you're basically just reacting to what's happening in your present moment. And I think that's how you should be as an actor, rather than trying to force emotion.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. So what did you discover / learn today?
I learned that I can learn the lines quickly. I always struggled with the thought of, oh, I'm gonna mess up the lines, or they're just not gonna stay in my head when I need them the most. But today proved that it can be.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And how would you describe cadence realism after today?
There's definitely stuff that I still need to learn about it, and hopefully with the community around me, I will be able to. But so far, I really enjoy just seeing. I don't know. For me, it feels like it's more of the raw feelings, raw sentiments that you actually put on screen. So yeah.
And do you think this is something you'd want to take further with your acting career?
Oh yes, definitely. I feel like it helps, and obviously the people watching at home can actually feel sentiments and feelings more with this. Yeah.
Thank you. So what was the most useful exercise from today?
Useful exercise. I think the scene study exercise at the end was really powerful for me. I think that with the cadence realism terminology that we learned and implemented, and the exercises prior to that, really getting the chance to put that all into sequence and put that in tandem, in tension, and just trust that it's there. Like, it was nice to see that more truthful behaviour emerge out of not just me but everyone else. Like, very, very beautiful stuff.
Yeah. And so how would you describe cadence realism?
How would I describe cadence realism? You see, when they say like they want to see acting but they don't actually want to see acting, it's the truth, it's the way, and it's a new limit to push past.
And would you recommend this to other actors?
Would I recommend this to other actors? If it's not obvious, I would recommend this to every single person who even thinks of calling himself an actor, because this is transformational and you will benefit from it.
Okay, cool. Thank you. So during your performances and exercises during the performances and the exercises that you were doing today, what did you notice about your body and how did it change or develop?
I would say that today I've learned so much about my body in terms of physicality and how to be more present in the moment and just, forget about like bringing emotions that are exaggerated but stick to the character.
And so how would you describe cadence realism, especially after today?
I would say that after today it's definitely means maintaining truthful behavior under real-time pressure, under what's happening right now in this very moment.
And so what did you notice changed when the pressure was on, or if anything did change?
I think when the pressure was on, I was much more, I think my pulse went down because I'm usually very nervous, even during rehearsing the scenes. But once I was in, after rehearsing, once I was in, the pressure was we're there for the character, but for me as an actor, I just felt much more comfortable.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So, what exercise did you find most useful today?
I found the rally exercise more useful because it's basically, it reflects on scripts, scenes, just back and forth, pacing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
And do you think you would implement that in your training more often?
Absolutely, most definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How would you describe cadence realism?
I'll describe it as a formula, very good formula when it comes to acting.
Yeah.
And even sometimes, believe it or not, we actually do it in real life as well. So, yeah.
That's it. Okay, thank you. Okay, so what did you notice when the pressure was on today during your performance?
I noticed that it was definitely an adjustment period between my two scene partners, because I started off with one scene partner and then I ended the exercise with another. So it was different pressures, different rallies to react to, but I think I responded accordingly with both ones.
And what exercise do you think was the most useful? And especially with that example that you gave me, which exercise that we carried out today helped you to, change the scene partners?
I did sort of answer already, but it was definitely the tennis rallies / the table tennis rally exercise, because I think even though people saw it as a bit of fun,
and it wasn't necessarily what they'd expect of an acting day. The idea of receiving whatever your partner gives you and then giving something else back was really important, and I think the people that got that did better when it came to the actual scripts study / exercise.
Yeah. And how would you describe cadence realism to other people that may not know what it is, and would you recommend it to other people?
Okay. I was actually saying before that this is a bit of a tough one for quite a few of us, but I'll do my best. It's an acting methodology that is focused on creating truthful performance by focusing on character choices rather than the imagination or the decisions of the actor. Oh, and what was the other part? Oh, I definitely recommend it because a lot of the time with acting, you're forced to think about your own imagination and your own traumas. And don't get me wrong, for some that might be easy because they have a lot to take from, but I don't think that anyone, especially actors, should be limited by what they've experienced or the depths of their imagination. I think we should have a system and we should stick to it. And that system for me is cadence realism, and I think it can be for a lot of other people. Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's it. Thank you. What exercise did you find most useful today?
Probably say the rallying, because although it was a simple exercise, there was a very important principle behind it, which is like listening to your scene partner, watching what they're doing and responding. Yeah, there was a very important message behind it, so I'd probably say that one. Yeah.
Okay. And do you... Oh, fucking hell, I forgot what I was saying. How would you describe cadence realism after today?
I'd say it's very potent. That's the word. I think when it's live and you see it and you work with someone else who's also studying it as well, like it's really realistic. Like it immerses the audience.
Yeah.
So I would say that. Yeah, immersive and potent. Yeah.
And what did you notice when the pressure was added to your performance? What did you notice about yourself?
Yeah, I think the discomfort got bigger. Like it was quite uncomfortable, but I think that's usually a good sign because it means you don't know what's going to happen next. You're in the moment. You have to trust what happens. You have to trust that what you've learned here is going to hold in the moment. So discomfort, but I think that's a good thing.
Join ScreenLift Studios. Join ScreenLift Studios.